Okay, the last reel with Robo I did, I got a lot of reel with Robos to do today, so I got a lot of topics to touch on. First one is Ilhan Omar. Okay, I'm gonna touch all over this, bro. Check this out. And that's not a threat to a sitting congresswoman. But I'm gonna touch all over the topic. Okay, first of all, we all know why she picking on Israel. We all know why. She's a typical Muslim extremist. And I'm not saying that all Muslims are bad. I'm not. Because I really dig listening to this documentary on this one imam in England. He's a cool person. He got a lot of knowledge, a lot of wisdom in his brain. All right? Love to pick at that knowledge. I would love to pick his brain and just sit there and listen to him all day long. Because he's straight. You know, he ain't talking about hate. He ain't talking about you need to go out there and cut off your child's hoo-hoo and doing all that crazy crap. He said we just live a different way, and this is the way we live. And I could accept that. I'm just like, that's cool. You know, he ain't trying to force nothing on nobody. He said, you know, I tried to get a audience with the counselor a couple times, but they never, want to talk to me. And I'm like, well, that ain't straight, But I understand because their laws are their laws, and that's the way they roll over in England, and their laws should be respected. Just like over here, the way we roll in America, Ilhan Omar, is that we support our allies, whether they Canadian, whether they English, whether they Denmarkian. And yes, I do it all the time, and you could ask my friend Buzzy. It drives him nuts because he's from Denmark. I call him Denmarkian, Danelanders, everything. Danishnese, everything, okay? So don't take that as an insult. Australian, Germany, everything, okay? We stand by our allies, and this includes Israel. Because Israel out there fighting shoulder to shoulder with our troops, all right? Their forces are fighting shoulder to shoulder with our troops, all right? So that's real. And if they meet on the battlefield, then, they meet on the battlefield and they fight the good fight. If you want our team, then you straight with me. I support you. Go Tigers, whatever. But this bitch, she has like a deep-seated hate for military and for Israelites. And I know why. Because she's an extremist. And you could tell that by her history of being involved with ISIS, with Al-Qaeda, with the Taliban and all that. You could tell. All right? Nobody a fool, Ilhan. God. And she definitely anti-American troops. I mean, if you look at this one time that she questioned this man and asked him, what if, it was for the benefit of America, would you turn your head? And I'm like, bitch, any American would. If it benefits us, we just go, okay, what's happening over there? We ain't seen nothing. What's going on? If it's for our country, we just like, what's cracking? I'm sorry, what I saw. And that's being real. But then she went further on and accused the U.S. military of raping and killing young girls and then bragging about it. I'm just like, when the fuck would this was? When the fuck would this was? Were you there, bitch? No, you wasn't. You was in Somalia. And it's because of the men and the women in the uniforms that you so easily degrade. It's because of their asses fighting to protect America and the Constitution that your ass had the ability to come over here as a Somalian refugee and get up to where you are. That's because of them. And like a typical fucking haughty-taughty Muslim, just like that bitch Hakuna Matata, whatever her fucking name is, trying to come back after she made that decision, just like a typical haughty-ass bitch. And I'm not saying all Muslims are like this, but most of them are. You think you have more rights to degrade and demean America. And that's another topic. I'm going to talk about Hakuna Matata in just a minute here. But this one is about Ilhan. Now she wants to go and say Jews are bad people. Jews are spending their money to, control everything. Like, well, if Jews were spending their money to control everything, why the fuck they don't control the UN? And why do Muslims? I don't know. Oops. I don't know. Oops. What you say? Oops. Why the fuck they don't control Canada? I don't know. Oops. What you say? Oops. And then this Jewish guy got on a news station and he said that she filthy. She a filthy dog. And that's exactly what she is. She a filthy ass dog. Because number one, you are in America. You should respect our Constitution. You should respect our ways. You should assimilate and do what's right for America, not degrade our heroes, not degrade the men and women that go out there and fight. And definitely not degrade the motherfuckers that fight beside them. And I'm sorry, Israelites and Israel, for calling y'all motherfuckers, but when I get real, okay? We just gonna put it at that. Y'all not motherfuckers, y'all good people. All right? Y'all good people. Let me just clarify that. All right? She just mad because they down to their last ISIS stronghold. She mad because Trump ain't letting that Hakuna Matata bitch back in. She mad because her little Sharia law can't override the Constitution. She mad because her ways will never win in America, nor the West. She mad because the military continuously stomps a mud hole in her people's ass and walk it dry. Okay, you garbage bag bandit. Why don't you live by your own law then? Since you got so much balls to say that we all should live by y'all Sharia law, by your Islam ways, why don't you live by your ways and be a good woman and shut the fuck up? That's my question here. Why are you not wearing a full burqa? That's my question here. My question here. Why are you talking about men? That's my question here. Why are you talking to men? That's my question here. If your ways are so badass, then motherfucker, why you don't live by them, but you expect everybody else to live by them? I'm just curious. I'm curious, people, because you know how I get. I get curious. I'll be wondering sometime, like if Somali's so great, why'd you leave? I'm curious. If America's so wrong, why you here? Curious again. At the salary of a congresswoman, you could get the fuck out of Congress and go back to your homeland if it's so great. Why you here? If Sharia law is so great, why you talking to men like you do? If Sharia law is so great, why aren't you wearing your full burqa? If Islam is so awesome, why you talking at all? Bitch, you ain't supposed to have an opinion. And when a man say his opinion, you ain't supposed to say, no, you can't talk. You supposed to shut the fuck up and listen. Now, what you say? You abuse your rights as an American citizen now and try and enforce the old laws that you had to live under on everybody, but you ain't living by them. So your ass is faulty. Your ass is foul right there. Then on top of that, you think you gonna get love from the American people by dogging our allies and our military? Bitch, you stupid. Like, for real, you just stupid. Like, I don't know who's more stupid. You or the bitch trying to come back from ISIS. Both y'all dumb. Right hand to God, both y'all stupid as fuck. Number one, let me tell you how it go in America, okay, bitch? Let me give you a quick crash course in being American. One, the Constitution rules. Not Sharia law, not Islam, not whatever the fuck you came from. America. American law rules. The Constitution rules. Oh, glory is the flag that flies the highest. We respect and love our military and our protectors and our heroes and our veterans. And we love and respect and support our allies. You as an immigrant, bitch, are supposed to integrate into our society, not try and force your society on us. And now what people find faulty, and I know a lot of my friends find faulty in this, you trying to push your Islamic and Sharia law ways and you don't live by them. That's faulty. And yeah, I'm going to call you all out your name because you know what? You decided to fuck with the one people that every American loves. Israel, no, the U.S. military. We all love our military. We all love our veterans because no matter where they came from, what political base they are, what religion they are, they all fight for our rights. All of them. And that's why the military is one thing we all can agree on. Don't ever fuck with our military again, you fucking immigrant bitch. As far as Israel goes, they're our allies. They've stood by us through thick and thin. Just like England has. Just like Denmark has. Just like Germany has. Just like Russia. Well, Russia hasn't really stuck by us, but they probably think we fucking crazy. But they're still our allies. And just like Canada has. In the big fights. And so are we, as Americans, just going to turn a blind eye to that bullshit? No, we not. Because you talking about our friends there. And bitch, you ain't always been our friend. And your people and your kind has not always been our friend. And many a times, of late, your people have been our enemy. So you need to think about that. I feel for the sake of America and for the sake of what's right and for the sake of anything good in Congress, because both sides are faulty, but anything good in Congress, this bitch should at least step down from the Foreign Affairs Committee, because she ain't about our way of life. She about her way of life. And she doesn't even live her way of life. And so she faulty all around. And Ilhan Omar, if you do hear this Real with Robo, which I know you won't, I'd love to have a debate with you and your smart, smirking, wise ass. But that'll never happen, because one thing you can't do is you can't get fucking real. What's real is this. The only reason why you hate Israel is because you're an extremist. And you don't want that to come to light. But you bringing it to light. Because under God, all things come to the light. So I'm just letting you know, your time in Congress is short. I'd suggest you enjoy the platform. Because you disgust Americans. All Americans. Not just Antifa, not just anti-Muslim, not just left-wing, right-wing. You disgust us all. Have some respect about yourself, bitch. And if you are trying to force your way of life upon others, why don't you live it yourself and learn how to shut your goddamn mouth? Because you're not supposed to be talking anyway. I think there's a reason they wear that little mask over their motherfucking face, and that's to mumble their mouth. If you ain't gonna respect our Constitution, then you shouldn't utilize the freedom of speech. If you can't respect the people that go out there and fight and die for you, then you shouldn't have that right. And you shouldn't utilize it. But you abuse it. And that's why me and you will never see each other on a debate. It's because I get real with you. And you can't get real with your shit. So getting real, Ilhan Omar, good luck in being elected on the next one. Because it's going to take all the Muslims in America to elect your ass again. Trust and believe that. Because don't nobody like your ass right now. And I sure don't like your ass for dogging out my military. Trust and believe that. At the very least, you should be asked to be stepped down from the Foreign Affairs Committee because you do not represent the American way of life. You ain't shit but an extremist. Get thee hence, Satan.